Hi everybody, it's Willow from Willow Moon Mystical, and today I want to go over a spell ritual with you about cutting the cord. As we know, magic is individual to the individual practitioner or witch per se. So with that being said, we know that the traditional method of doing cutting the cord spell is to use a black and white candle and to take the cord and tie around the candles and light them and let them burn until they burn the cord in half. For me, when I need to do cutting the cord spell, and the reason why I needed to do one is because I needed to sever the ties that binds with smoking. And I looked at it as an addiction, as I was addicted to nicotine. So I tried this traditional cutting the cord ritual, and it didn't work for me. So it took me a few weeks and continued smoking for a few weeks to sit and to think about it. And so then that's when I came up with my own version of cutting the cord, and I'm going to share with you today. Now this version may work for everybody else, and that's wonderful. But in case if it doesn't, you are welcome to try this version yourself. There isn't no wrong way in magic. There isn't no right way in magic. There is only your way, the practitioner's way, the individual witch's way. So with that being said, let me set these aside and explain my version to you. First, I used the blue candle, and the reason being is because I use blue to represent water and releasing, and movement and healing, moving onward, releasing what is no longer serving me from this. They say that, there can be psychological and mental and emotional attachments. Therefore, that's the reason why I chose the blue, to help us to release and move forward from that. Now, to represent the banishment and of what it is I'm cutting a cord for, I use a black cord. This represents, the banishment, the binding, the cord that was tying smoking to me. So for this spell, I use a black cord to represent that. The next thing you're going to need is something to cut the cord with. And I prefer my witch's knife. I use this one a lot. It's always on me, and I use it when I'm out and I decide to gather something from the wild. So, and then of course the spell. So, and in the description of this video, you will find this spell written in there. So I light the candle. I cleanse the candle beforehand. Go. So the candle's lit. Now the way I hold my cord is I make a loop, and I hold it between my thumb and my forefinger, creating a loop. And then I'm going to take my knife and place it in that loop, but I am not going to pull it. And then I'm going to repeat the spell. But when I get to this end of the spell, before I say so mote it be, that is when I'm going to cut this cord. So let's give it a try. I cut this cord to set me free of all your hatred and animosity. Ties that bind shall now be loose, as cutting this cord I do choose. I am free of your evil ways. In my life you will not stay. Get on along and leave me be. As I cut this cord, I am free. So mote it be. So that is how I did mine. And I looked at smoking as this toxic partner that literally had been with me for over 30 years. So again, you are more than welcome to use my version, or stick with the traditional version, or be creative and come up with your own. But if you do use this version, please take it and make it your own. Thank you for joining me, and as always, blessed be.